But let me assure you, I'm committed to better Nigeria. And I have what it takes. I have the experience of all those who want to be president today. Nobody have my background. I built a business from the scratch. I've operated in the corporate world, and I've been a governor. And in all this, you can go and say, I was a successful businessman. I transformed the smallest bank into a 25 billion bank then, and a private bank today. I've been a governor where I told you that the day I left, I was not owing anybody, and I've been the one who saved most money. And in all this, Anambra State has not bought me a bottle of pure water since I left office.
Don't you collect pension from this?
No pension, no gratuity, nothing.
Okay, so you don't collect pension?
I've not been, they've not given me bottle of water, pure water, not even real water, pure water, the one that is in sachet. I've not seen one.
But they gave you votes during the elections, your presidential bid.
What there's Anambra government, and this Anambra State, people who voted for me are the people. As the Anambra State government have not bought me a sachet of water. So nobody will say, oh, and you can go to Anambra State. If you see any piece of land allocated by the state belonging to P2B, confiscate it.
This is high-class bragging right from Mr. Peter Obi, and I can tell you, there is no politician in Nigeria, dead or alive, that can be able to brag like Mr. Peter Obi, that will be able to make this kind of bold claim that Mr. Peter Obi is making on a national television. Imagine a governor, after ruling for 8 years, will go on a national television, challenging anyone to probe him. If they find anything belonging to the state government in his coffer, they should confiscate it. You all don't know what that means. Let me give you a scenario. Imagine Bola Tinubu, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, coming out openly to challenge anyone in Nigeria, to challenge the Lagos state government. If you find anything relating to the Lagos state government in my possession, confiscate it. Or imagine Yesowike, while he was having issue with Simila Yefubara, challenging the governor and telling him, investigate me. If you find anything belonging to Rivers State in my possession, if you find any land from Rivers State in my possession, confiscate it. Can Yesowike make that bold claim? Absolutely no. Where you're sitting right now, think of any politician in Nigeria that will make this kind of claim that Mr. Peter Obi has made. This is what sets him apart from every other politician in this country. Mr. Peter Obi has conquered greed. Mr. Peter Obi has conquered selfishness. Mr. Peter Obi has conquered personal aggrandizement. This is the only politician in the history of this country, after an election, having said to have lost that election, he has been going around donating his personal money to improving the infrastructure in this country, to improving the quality of life of Nigerians in schools and in health sector. Mr. Peter Obi has donated over 1 billion naira of his personal money, not government money. We are talking about a businessman that is donating money to improve the quality of life of Nigerians. How many of your politicians can do what Mr. Peter Obi is doing? So Mr. Peter Obi has a bragging right ahead of all of these politicians. He has so many bragging rights that set him apart from them. He has a bragging right of owning a movement of over 10 million Nigerians, a movement that can make him the president if we have a very true, credible and transparent electoral system in this country. This is Mr. Peter Obi subtly passing a message to the people involved in the coalition talk. He's simply telling them that, listen, if you want this coalition to be successful, give me the presidential ticket. I am the best presidential candidate. I am better than Atiku Abubakar, Kwankwaso, El-Rufai, Amechi. Peter Obi's claim that nobody has his background is rooted in his multifaceted experience as a successful entrepreneur, corporate leader, a prudent public servant. Peter Obi is well grounded in entrepreneur. He has the ability to create wealth. He has the ability to manage resources. He has the ability to get money where there is no money. And he does not believe in borrowing and consuming. Peter Obi's entrepreneurial pedigree sets him apart from candidates like Tinubu, Atiku, Kwankwaso, and Amechi, who are those that will be vying in the 2027 general election. Everyone I mentioned here, their careers have been largely defined by politics and public office. While these politicians were made known by their access to public funds, Mr. P2B became who he is today by his ability to create wealth, to make money out from nothing. P2B's ability to navigate the corporate world successfully gives him a unique perspective of Nigeria's economic challenges, making him better equipped to address issues like unemployment, inflation, and foreign exchange volatility. P2B's tenure as governor of Anambra State from 2006 to 2014 further underscore his credentials as a leader with a vision and competence to transform Nigeria. During his time in office, Obi prioritized fiscal responsibility, infrastructural development, and human capital investment. You can argue that politicians like El-Rufai, Wike, Amechi, Tinubu invested in infrastructure. Of course they did. But when it comes to fiscal responsibility and human capital investment, Obi edges them out. Fiscal responsibility is the ability to manage resources, to allocate resources evenly. This is the problem of most Nigerian politicians. They don't know how to differentiate between public fund and their personal fund. They think that public fund belongs to them as well. They don't know how to manage resources. They don't know how to allocate resources. This is where Mr. P2B edges every one of them. Mr. P2B came into Anambra State where there was scarce resources, but he was able to manage the resources of Anambra State and allocated it evenly. Another aspect is in the area of human investment. Most Nigerian politicians do not understand what human investment is all about. To them, governance is all about building roads and bridges. They forget to understand that these things are basic amenities. Their lack of human capital investment is the reason why we have roads and bridges, but millions of Nigerians hungry, some of them without shelter. And due to the lack of shelter, they turn these roads and bridges to their humble abode. The hungry mouths are destroying the components from these flyovers and selling them so that they can feed. Not only did Mr. P2B invest in human capital development, Mr. P2B saved up funds in Anambra State. Mr. P2B did not leave Anambra State in debt. This is remarkable and this is a bragging right. We are talking of leaving a state without debt at a time when many state governments are mad in financial mismanagement, leaving their state in huge debt. We are talking about a time when Bola Tinubu has run the economy aground, when Bola Tinubu has increased the debt profile of Nigeria. When you run a comparison between Mr. Peter Obi and other candidates' record, look at Tinubu's Lagos, for instance. It is being said that Lagos is economically vibrant, but Lagos State has faced scrutiny over his debt profile and allegations of personal enrichment. Atiku Abubakar's tenure as vice president was marred by controversies surrounding privatization deals, which raised questions about transparency. Kwankwaso governance in Kano State, though it is being said it is impactful in education, was not without criticism over political vendetta and unsustainable populist policies. Governor Rotimi Amechi's time as Rivers State governor saw significant infrastructural projects, but his administration was also accused of financial recklessness. Peter Obi is the only candidate among them that is challenging every one of them to bring out any form of financial recklessness, any form of embezzlement, any form of mismanagement, any form of misappropriation against him. That if they are able to bring out anything like that, he will stop contesting. We are talking about a governor that is not collecting pension after leaving office. We are talking about a governor that was not allocated any land as a governor. Come on. Mention a single governor in Nigeria that can boast of what Mr. P2B is boasting today. This is integrity par excellence. Mr. P2B integrity is not just a personal virtue. It is a blueprint for the kind of leadership Nigeria deeply wants. This is what Nigeria desperately needs. A leader who shuns personal enrichment and prioritizes public welfare is better positioned to tackle systemic corruption, which has long hindered Nigerians' progress. Just like P2B we always say, if the head is not corrupt, you have reduced corruption by 70%. Therefore, The choice of the presidential candidate that will lead this coalition will determine if the people behind this coalition are serious about a better Nigeria or not. If they are really serious about displacing of Bola Tinubu, or they are simply working for Bola Tinubu, of course, they've been accused. People like El-Rufai has been accused for working for Bola Tinubu. There are talks like El-Rufai is trying to bring all the opposition parties in one umbrella and give a non-competent candidate, a non-popular candidate the ticket, so it will give Bola Tinubu an easy ride to become the president ahead of 2027. So the choice of their presidential candidate will go a long way to determine if they are really serious about challenging Bola Tinubu, or is just about making a name for themselves. Of course, if they are serious about challenging Bola Tinubu, there is no outer of doubt that the best man to lead that coalition is Mr. Peter Obi. Not just because he said that he is the best presidential candidate, but because he has earned his mark, but because he has shown the capacity, but because he has the popularity, the clout, the numbers to defeat Bola Tinubu. Peter Obi is the only presidential candidate, is the only opposition leader in Nigeria that has the capacity to defeat Bola Tinubu. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.